packaging the Smoant Pasito comes in. Nice big old clean white flat box. Of course, inside that packaging, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to receive your Pasito Kit. You get a USB-C cord for charging, comes with 2 coil heads, an RBA section option, you get a QC card, and also a warranty card. Also inside the box comes with an instructional manual for your pod, and there's also a bunch of stats which I'm going to go over about the whole kit. Now on to the Smoant Pasito Kit, okay? She's primarily made of aluminum, got a built-in 1100 milliamp hour battery. As you guys can see, you got 2 stickers on one side. No, this is not resin, it's just stickers. 1 sticker on the other. So on this side of the device, you got your fire button right here, nice clicky, comfortable protruding tactile fire button. Below that you got your wattage button. Okay, that's right, you can adjust this thing in variable wattage mode, and it's nice and clicky and it protrudes as well. And then below that you got your USB-C port. Big pro. At the bottom of this device you got holes for battery venting. Says ant chip, that's the chip that's in this device. Very good chip, especially for an AIO kit. At the top you got your refillable pod, holds 3 mils of juice like I mentioned. Got a comfortable resin drip tip sleeve up top, so this is not 510 drip tip compatible, definitely not 810 drip tip compatible, but it's a comfortable drip tip sleeve. And in order to fill it up you got to unscrew this. We'll get into that in a second. And at the top over here you got your adjustable airflow, so all the way to the left is your lung hits, your restricted comfortable lung hits. Man, love the lung hits off this device, but if we adjust it we can adjust it all the way to the right and get mount to lungs, or we can fine tune that bad boy. So mount to lungs all the way to the right, lung hits all the way to the left, and we can adjust it. Oh yeah, and the refillable pod, it is magnetic. It's got some nice strong magnets too. I mean, I've never had to worry about this thing coming undone on me. I can grab it from here, it's not going anywhere. But that's in my experiences. And here's the bottom of the pod. Okay, on this side, you got your magnet. On this side, it's got this press fit gold-plated thing. What you do is you pull this out. Like I said, press fit. And then what you're going to want to do from there, once you pull it out, is you screw in your coil head or the RBA section, whichever one you want to use. Once you screw it into this bad boy, then you just press fit it back in here. And then you unscrew the top and fill her up. But let me show you the coil heads that come with this. So the bigger coil head on my left is the 0.6 ohm mesh coil head, meant for lung hits, restricted lung hits, comfortable restricted lung hits. And then on my right, you got the 1.4 ohm round wire coil head that's meant for mount to lungs. Both use organic cotton, great coil heads, whether you're using the mount to lung mode or restricted lung hit mode. Now onto the RBA section. This is what you guys have been waiting for, isn't it? The only con is it doesn't come with a kit. You have to buy it separately. And Smoant, what the hell are you thinking? You got to include this with the kit. This is what's going to differentiate you between other AIO kits. Everybody and their brother's copying the Orion, and no one's included an RBA section. You're the first one that's come out with an RBA section for an Orion style kit. Why not include it? But that being said, it comes with a 510 base adapter, and this little 510 connection adapter allows you to screw it onto a mod once you pop your coil in here and get it glowing from the inside out nice and evenly. But yeah, this is the shaft/chamber section that comes off like so. Yeah, this deck section is a pain in the ass to build, man. They could have made it a lot easier, and that's another one, Smoant. Come on. As you guys can see, I popped a coil in here, 28 gauge. That's what I recommend. Does not come with a coil pre-built. But this is the distance I like to keep her right here. And like I said, it is a pain to build on. You got to bend each lead 90 degrees. And they recommend with the leads going over. I recommend going under. It's easier to work with. But yeah, it's bent on one side 90 degrees through the connection, same thing on the other. It's a good start. Smoant, you should have made it to where it slid under the connections. Instead of going through holes, have slots on each side where it slides right in and you trap it. It would have been so much easier. I don't know why you didn't do it that way. But as you guys can see, you got a wick slot. One wick slot on one side, same thing on the other. So your cotton's going to sit up top. And again, you got your chamber section right here, which screws over this bad boy. Now, another thing I want to point out, the threads are janky at the bottom. And again, you got your feed slot on one side, same thing on the other. So the juice is going to feed through those feed slots to the wick and to the coil. And like I said, once you have everything glowing from the inside out, you can take the 510 adapter off. Voila, and there's what she looks like. So the airflow is going to travel underneath, up through the middle. So like I said, I'm using 28 gauge Canthal, A1 Canthal. Oh yeah, I'll post a link down in the description where you can get some of this Canthal. So I got my cotton through there. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it through. You want just a little bit of restriction. So yeah, I juiced her up a little bit and I cut her, and I just wanted to show you the distance. Okay, you got the wick port here. You want it sitting on this ledge on both sides, kind of blocking that wick port. That's the way I've done it. And what you do from there is just pop this mother chucker over it. You got to be gentle. There we go. Like I said, threads are kind of janky, but we're good. We got her all situated. Next step, you want to take the rebuildable section and screw it into the gold-plated section right here. Then what you want to do is take the whole section and press fit it into the bottom of the refillable pod. Of course, next step, unscrew the top and then fill her up. Threads could always be better. They're a little bit janky on this device, I will say that. Make sure she's nice and tight. And once you filled her up, you want to let her sit for a good 5 minutes. Gotta let that cotton soak up all that juice in here. Oh yeah, we gotta set the airflow, don't we? You want a lung hit, you take it over to the left, which is what I'm gonna do all the way. Go ahead and pop the pod into the mod. Zoom it in for you. Darken it a little bit. 5 clicks, the fire button turns her on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna see these lights light up. You see that? That's your battery gauge. If all lights are lit up, that means she's 100% charged. Once the battery starts to go, all those lights go to 4, then goes to 3, then goes to 2, then goes to 1. That means you got to charge her up. Now, if we tap this button over here, that's your wattage. So you got 10 watts, you got 13 watts, you got 16 watts, 20, and 25. 10 to 25 watts, you can adjust her. So right now it's on 10. Hit it again, goes to 13. Hit it again, goes to 16, 20, 25. Oh yeah, the coil that I have in here, she's a 1.1 ohm 28 gauge A1 coil. All right, so today I'm going to be using all 3 kits that they sent me, okay? I've got the blue kit with the mesh coil in here, going straight lung hit mode. Got the airflow wide open. With the black kit, I got the 1.4 ohm mouth lung coil head in. So I'm going to take the airflow pretty much all the way down, close her off almost all the way, and do my mouth to lungs. And then as you guys saw with the silver unit, I got the rebuildable section in, and I got the airflow wide open on that. So yeah, baby, I'm going to vape on all 3 of these kits for you. Oh yeah, I got to give you a size comparison first. All right, so here she is next to the Orion. As you guys can see, this Pasito is definitely taller, about the same width, and definitely thicker. I mean, that's a big difference, guys. So this is noticeably larger than this bad boy. Which one feels better in the hand? I actually like the thicker devices. It feels better, covers up my hand more. Okie dokie, pickle pokey. So the first unit I'm going to start with is this black unit. The black unit, like you guys saw in the close-ups, I got the 1.4 ohm mouth lung coil. 1.4 ohm mouth lung coil, I got the airflow closed off all the way. I'm going to attempt to do me a legit mouth lung hit off this thing. Oh yeah, wattage, 16 watts, and the juice I'm rocking in here, juice I'm rocking in all the units is transmission from the Merge. Strawberry lemonade with a touch of watermelon, both freaking tastic. Transmission is definitely my favorite spring summer juice. And you get that on over at Vape Trick. Use code VIP, capital V, capital I, capital P, and get 10% off of everything. VapeTrick.com, check it out. Flavor's great. Great for this coil, great for the mesh. Oh yeah. But the draw off this thing, even closed off all the way, is just loose. It's loose to me. It ain't tight. You're not getting a legit mouth lung hit off this. I might even take the wattage down too. Yeah, I'm gonna take the wattage down. I really can't find a sweet spot for this 1.4 ohm mouth lung. 16 watts is a little bit too low. 20 watts is a little bit too high. For me, all this is going to be subjective. I don't like this in mouth lung mode. I just don't. If you're one of those vapors out there, you like a looser mouth lung hit, you're probably going to like this. But if you're one of those vapors out there that you want that tight, legit mouth lung hit, you ain't going to get that off this. Now on to the blue unit. Now, like you guys saw in the close-ups, in the blue unit, I got the mesh coil, the 0.6 ohm mesh, and I got the airflow wide open. Wide open. Wide open vapor at 20 watts. And like I said before, I also have transmission juice in here. I mean, that is comfortable, and I can take the wattage up. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Take her up to its full 25 watts. It's like a truck full of dildos too, man. Woo! And that's with 3 milligram juice, guys. That's another thing I love about this AIO kit. And even the one I just reviewed. I think it was the Waka kit. Yeah, that Waka kit. Yeah, that thing, man. You could, both of them, you could vape lower milligram juices. You don't have to use Nick salts. Airflow off this thing wide open is looser than the Orion. Hell, airflow off this maybe even a little bit looser than the Orbit TF and that, what was it, the iJoy Mercury. And the flavor off this mesh coil is great. For an AIO kit, easily B+, maybe A flavor. Now, as far as the silver unit, I got the RBA section in here. And the coil 28 gauge, like you guys saw in the close-up, she's reading 1.1 ohm, and I'm vaping her all the way at, what am I vaping her at? 20 watts. 20 watts. Same thing, transmission in here. You know, let's go. Flavor on this, oh, whoa, it hit, boy, it hit.